Hi everybody, I finally come back from the bush for my 3-day shamanic soul seeking journey, and I haven't posted yet because it's taken me a few days, aside from coming back to a busy life with children here in the real world, well, in the alternate world. It's taken me a few days to kind of integrate some of the things that I experienced. It took me a couple of days, almost to the end of the second day, to quiet the monkey mind chatter enough to get it to stop with all these incessant little just rubbish really coming in, just stuff. And it was interesting observing that and being the observer of that. I did quantum flow and quantum breath. I did drumming. I opened circle. I did all of my spiritual things that I do, but I did quantum flow and quantum breath multiple times every day, and really hit these new heights of expanded awareness, expanded consciousness. It was very interesting. I had a moment the day before I went in there with my twin star that, in a way, I don't know, things had already shifted in me. The lunar eclipse the week and a half or 2 weeks before had already shifted things, and going into this 3-day journey, I went in a different state than I expected, and I knew things would change in me, which they did. I felt such a expanded state of consciousness, so connected, heaven to earth through me. I felt a lot of Kundalini rising energy. There were some very blissful, amazing moments. There was a lot of unity consciousness, a lot of focus, which all of the things that has been happening to me in the last few years of my growth, my spiritual growth, kind of all came to this culmination of expanded awareness in all those areas. So the unity consciousness, this balancing of the masculine and feminine within myself, that's been happening now for 2.5 years, nearly 2.25 years or more, I can't remember, maybe 3, really came into full fruition for me, because I felt the unity within me. I felt the merging again, and this complete, there's something about the unity consciousness merging in with the masculine and feminine, feeling that balance within yourself in a very real, integrated way, is expanded consciousness. This unity consciousness is that of the new earth. It's this completeness within, and it was so beautiful, and it is so beautiful and so powerful, having that balance and that connectivity between divine masculine and feminine within yourself. Amazing. So that was one of the big things. I did take some notes to kind of share with you, but there were so many things. I did so much stuff. And at the same time, I really did nothing a lot. I'd sat there and observed the bush a lot. I meditated a lot. Quantum breath's amazing. Quantum flow's amazing. It got me so in my body. I did quantum flow when I needed to move a lot and move the energy. I did quantum breath when I was very still and I needed to sit still, and I just flowed with it. I sat present. I got so in the present. By the 3rd day, I was so in the present and so alive and awake in the present that my observing of be the observer of your reality became even further. I became the observer of the observer from an even higher point of consciousness. It was amazing. The ability to visualize, feel, know, to expand my toroidal field around me, to just, there's so many things. So living free in the present, wholly and completely as much as possible. These are my takeaways. Aligned to earth, heaven, soul, heart, mind. So that the Holy Trinity, soul, heart, mind, and then add the heaven and the earth above and below. Connecting to that, allow that energy flow through you to be a vessel for your higher self, to be a universal channel for soul, for spirit, for life to flow through us, to not just breathe but be breathed, to not just witness but be witnessed, to not just experience but be experienced as well. So that was pretty amazing. Enjoying wonder and light, joy in the present, experiencing the expansiveness of being, the interconnectedness of life and the universe outside of us and then all through us as well. That was pretty amazing. Living from the higher heart, fueled by the fire of the call. I did a quantum flow spirals the energy instead of just makes it go up and down. And I did a quantum flow session spiraling in the energy all throughout me. In the spirals of the quantum flow, it just flowed with me. It was natural. It was a progression. I felt like my teacher, actually one part, was shamanically guiding me through that process, keeping me focused, because I was getting so lost in the woo-ness of the energy. But yeah, the toroidal field and the heights that I reached when I did that was way beyond anything else. And my key takeaway that is the fire heart, because my higher heart's been expanded by my twin. But I'm always been, something else she taught me too by how I've responded to that connection is without boundaries, just this loving. And it's okay, you don't need to put cages. It's all about uncaging as well. That was another thing that came up to me. Uncage from all these conditions, all these expectations. Fuck all of it. None of it actually matters. Everything's actually okay. Flow. Allow the universe to flow through you. Connect in with who you are and just fucking be, man. Just be. Like, don't worry about what people think, what people are going to say, how they're going to act. They think you're nuts, whatever. You know, flow, live, be free, because you are here to experience this version of reality in this material form, and all the other multiple forms of the multiverse you experience it through, to experience God, Goddess, divine essence in its fullness, in its all that isness. So experience it in that. Enjoy every minute of it. Fuck what other people think. Let them experience theirs or not. That's up to them. Encourage them to experience by experiencing it in yourself wholly and fully. And the more we do this, the more this is another thing I've noticed for a while, the more we live free and true and soul aligned and from love. This is how we serve. This is the act of service. Freeing yourself, living freely, living wholly, living from that heart center love, from the fire heart. So the core on fire, bringing up into the heart. So it's soul aligned heart. Soul aligned heart has natural boundaries of love, tough love boundaries, and self-worship love boundaries, self-respect love boundaries that you don't need to even consciously think about. They come from that core into the heart. So that was a cool thing, my fire heart, I call it. But yeah, live wholly and fully. We don't here to make excuses or to play small, to live small. You know, don't live small. Fuck that. Just expand, breathe deep into your body, expand, dream big, live big, be big, because guess what? You are big. The universe is huge and you're part of it. We are one with it. Anyway, I could ramble all day. Higher heart, done that. Spirals made the difference. Unity consciousness. I told you this. Bring balance and harmony with your masculine and feminine. Unity rising. I used to say unity rising. It went from goddess rising, because really to get my unity, I had to rise the goddess. She was very suppressed. My whole left side has been very suppressed most of my life from abuse, right? And my masculine side had to kind of step up and protect. And I've worked a lot in the last, it's just come about by me following my soul path to rise this goddess within me and to balance the masculine. Once I rose the goddess, I had to deal with the masculine. When I was out in the forest here, I changed goddess rising to unity rising. I came away from the forest with unity risen. So, there you go. Power to speak from the soul, live uncaged from societal expectations and fears, death and rebirth, channeling the universe. I've said all these things. My beautiful soul star for my twinsy out there. I had felt previously that there's two twin stars side by side, that one was kind of brighter than the other. While I was out there, I was doing my quantum breath and connecting in through the sun to my soul star, my soul stars. And what happened is both those stars came. They were both as bright as each other. They were both shining magnificently, one on one side, one on the other, representing that divine masculine and feminine. And when they connected, and then that's what I breathed in, the heart energy expansion was huge. Like, it magnified everything so much. And then when it connected down into the earth, it wasn't to the 3D earth, it was to the higher earth, it was to the new earth. It connected into the heart of that. And that brought absolute tears and wonder and It was just wow. So anyway, amazing experience. I hope everybody can hopefully learn something from some of these things, but really we have to kind of all do this ourselves. This is something else I learned. I always tried to rescue. My twinsy taught me this recently too. You can't rescue people. They have to come to the light in their own way. They have to overcome their own fear. We all have to walk through the dark night of the soul in our own way. And it doesn't matter how much you love somebody and you want to spare them from any of the pain or the suffering that they're going through. They have to choose their path. They have to choose the light. And they have to fight the demons and the darkness and expand into that light. I can help with this. I can help, of course, because I've learned so many tools and techniques to do this as I've walked this path. But I can't do it for them. I can't do it for anybody. I can only do it for me, and you can do it for you. But yes, what, you can do it. I'm a living example of how it can happen. It is possible. I have come so far from where I was just 3 years ago, 5 years, every year before that, which the further you go back, there's points there. It was so dark, so clouded, so lost, so confused, so in the negatives of everything, in the low vibrations of everything, I should say. Entities feeding off me, all sorts of stuff. And now I have such a connection and such a deep appreciation and love. You know, I wanted to escape from here because I just couldn't connect and fit in here. And now the connection I have with Mother Earth, now the new Earth, as well, and how beautiful, the beauty I see, the joy I see in life here. It's absolutely amazing. I could ramble about that for hours too, but I'm not going. I'm just going to leave you with this. Life is good. Everything's actually okay. Love, feel, breathe, connect. Remember who you are. Talk to you soon.